Hey, what is going on? Hope you guys are doing well. This is Dr. Delon Canterbury, founder of Red Pill versus Blue Pill and the Deprescribing Accelerator. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to one of our final episodes where we discuss how I am, frankly, tired of senior care providers playing the blame game with patients' lives, particularly our seniors who are grossly overmedicated. So welcome back. I hope y'all are doing well. Today we'll be discussing not just this overwhelming issue I run into when I not just do medication reviews or deprescribing action plans, but just in casual conversation, there's so many fragments in like who wrote what, who did this, or who told someone that, and unfortunately, it's not only overwhelming for the patient, but even worse for the caregiver. But what kind of grinds my gears is seeing how people feel crippled by not knowing who, or not wanting to rock the boat for the betterment of our patients' well-being. And in fact, when I first had one of my patient cases who had seen like 4 different specialists and was in and out of 2 different nursing homes. I mean, none of the doctors were talking to each other, like which we kind of know within the system, but some blatantly refused to touch any medications that may have a harmful interaction because they didn't write it, or because, well, the patient had it for 5 years, I just renewed it, or someone else wrote it, so that's not my specialty. And I'm just like, why does that matter if we're causing harm? Or at least communicate the issue that you found. And so I kept finding this whole repeated cycle of, well, I didn't do it, so it's their fault. Well, I didn't do this, so whatever. Or I didn't write that, or I just feel helpless. And I'm like, yo, this is nonsense. This is straight up nonsense. These are patients paying you money, whether it's insurance, whether it's a copay, whether it's out of pocket, whatever. They're paying you to be held. And we're so stuck in our silo of, I am just a nurse, so I cannot advocate for that. I am just a pharmacist, so I can only talk so much about the meds. Or I did not write that. I only focus on the kidneys. I'm the kidney doctor, so I don't care about the cardiologist's decisions. Like, it's BS. It is BS. It is the biggest cop-out I find when I speak in these senior facilities to independent living seniors who literally are just at wit's end on just finding someone to help maneuver this crap. And the worst part are seeing so many complacent people who touch them, like people who may be like a wellness director, right? Or someone who runs a health or holistic program at an independent living facility. And of course, I get it. It's not exactly their role. But if you're seeing Bob, Joanne, whoever falling more often than usual, and you know they've had an issue with their nurse with managing their meds, or they've had falls in the past because of their dementia gate, whatever, why the hell wouldn't you want to communicate that to their provider? Like, why wouldn't you want to be the advocate? And so I'm tired of this damn blame game. I'm tired of this passing the buck that healthcare basically allows to happen because we're not putting in structured ways to quantify and incentivize deprescribing, at least on a national platform. I see it in silos here and there, but I'm not seeing it as like a required, normalized approach to care. And that is the opportunity that us as pharmacists need to capitalize on. I mean, providers are begging for us to work with them to create these plans to help manage their meds. It's the most frustrating, one of the time-consuming issues that providers see, and they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. And instead of just calling a spade, they continue the problem by, well, doing nothing. clinical inertia, just doing nothing because, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I mean, like, that's the mentality that is killing our seniors. That's the mentality that's worsening our readmission rates. That's the mentality that's kind of bastardizing what value-based care is supposed to do. And we end up confined into our silos or the title game, the alphabets after your name, instead of unifying together to create a value-based service that works and saves lives. So I am going to call out the excuses I hear for people who just feel stuck or helpless. And yeah, I get it. Some of y'all may not know all the meds like pharmacists may do, but you not choosing to advocate for someone who is in harm's way just because you're scared of what the doctor will say or what the prescriber will say or the health system will say is crap. Yeah, you're a part of the problem. It is crap. I'm calling you out. I'm calling a spade a spade. I am tired of using this. Well, that's not in my job description when someone can fall victim to harm because you decided not to advocate. That's who I'm calling out today. This blame game that our health system loves. Well, why didn't we refer to the social worker? What? There's always someone else's fault. But when a patient's in front of you for the third time readmitted for something preventable and no one is even thinking or questioning what the hell the meds are doing, then we have an ethical problem. We have a moral and ethical problem in healthcare. That's the norm. And it is the norm because it's all I see and it's all I hear when I meet more and more patients and access navigators and people who are trying to put people in placement homes. It's the same stuff. This blame game, this, isn't helping a patient. It's not saving a life. It's, again, passing the buck on to the next person and hope that it's addressed in your annual visit within those 20 minutes. I'm sick of it, yo. I'm sick of it. And so I'm tired of giving or hearing these excuses of I don't have the power, I don't know the drugs, I don't know how to ask the right questions. I'm giving you the tools to do that with our coaching program, with the Deprescribing Accelerator. But more so, I want you to get your damn fire back for why the hell you're in this profession. Entrepreneurship is truly the key to happiness, like truly to living the life you want to do. You got to have to break out of the realm of security that is holding back your true potential and your alignment in your purpose to serve others. We have to call a spade a spade. You can do this within your own role for sure, but this whole blaming the patient, blaming someone else isn't helping anybody. It's not doing anyone any favors. And it's leading people to harm. Whether we can't quantify it because we can't say for a fact, yes, this happened because of you didn't do this. You can't quantify what you didn't do. However, something happens to that patient, the back of your mind's going to say something about that. Your heart's going to say something about that. Your ethics, if you have one, is going to say something about that. Your compass is going to point you about that. And you're going to want to hopefully either do something different next time or be a part of the problem, which our healthcare system continues to exacerbate. So what are they afraid of? They may be afraid of repercussion. They may be afraid of getting chastised or something by the care team or being told that's not your role. Literally asking someone on 20 meds, hey, do you think you're taking too much? Is that really out of the realm of concern as a clinician? You think that you have to be a pharmacist to ask 20 meds may be too much if you only have 3 health conditions? You don't. You don't need to be a pharmacist to be a patient advocate. That is the mission, is to get us out of this mindset of thinking we don't have the power to shift change And we don't have the power to use this as a way to free ourselves financially and emotionally. Because let's be real, we've lost some of our love for why we're in the game. We've lost some of that passion for service because we're just so used to this 9-to-5 model. We are. And we're also a part of the problem by not breaking through those chains and doing what we know we're supposed to do on a holistic level for our patients. So they may be afraid of the repercussions. They may be afraid of overstepping their clinical role here, where you have a patient constipated for days on end, and we've upped the dose on opioids and we haven't even given a bowel regimen. Look, nurses do this all the time. Pharmacists advocate all the time when they choose to. So why not think that you can use this level of advocacy with clinical skills and choose it as a power for good to grow yourself, to get the lifestyle you feel you deserve, to get paid based on the value that you provide, and really disrupt this healthcare system. I'm not looking for people who just want to maintain the status quo. That is not what the Deprescribing Accelerator is about. In fact, if you are, don't even follow my content. I don't want you to know what this is about. I want people who care, who have a passion, who lead with that level of service, and will go to bat for all of their patients. And if you don't even fit those basic minimums, then get off my line. Don't put your degree down and go in accounting or something. Do something else. You weren't meant to be a clinician if you don't meet the above criteria. Frankly, I don't care. You could sue me later, but it doesn't make sense that we have just become zombified in this, again, matrix of accepting this status quo of healthcare harm. It's harm. It's systematic harm. It's harm. And yet we just kind of continue just the Snow White and the dwarves, just working every day. Hi ho, hi ho. That's for the birds. And I cannot convey how freeing it is to be on the other side and actually advocate on a level that gives me so much joy. The joy that I had, when you graduate from pharmacy school or nursing school or doctor school, you're just all that. Now I'm going to start saving the world. I'm I haven't had that joy literally since then in my own profession. And I've been a pharmacist since 2014. I didn't really have that joy until literally I started deprescribing. I started going to the community and serving in a capacity that was outside of the realm of what I thought I was supposed to do. So don't be afraid. It does take a leap, but that fear that is keeping you from advocating for our overmedicated seniors is the very same core root of the problem with our health system. And it is letting stuff just go. It's letting stuff go. I challenge you to change your perspective. And that little opportunity, let's see it as a way for you to better serve. Let's see it as a way for you to provide, I don't know, a whole new service, a whole new value-based service, a whole new, revenue stream where we're advocating for more deprescribing in our seniors. Look, you can do this alone. You could do this with nursing homes, adult daycare facilities. You can do this with SNFs, LTCs. You can do this in partnership with nonprofits. You can roll this out with your local community health center. You can do this with opioid abuse treatment facilities. You can use this with workman's comp. You can develop your own, deprescribing conference like one of our alumni is doing. It starts in the fall, November 3rd through the 5th. We can make this a sustainable, and it is a sustainable movement. We just haven't caught on yet. So what do you truly have to lose? Like, what is really the hidden cost of someone who chooses not to be the deprescribing advocate, right? Let's talk first emotionally. Look, I was there when I chose not to advocate, because I do remember those days I said, screw it. I don't care. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy. And those were my low points. That was the Delon who was not serving in alignment with what I was supposed to do. And I became numb. I started to hate myself. I started to hate pharmacy. I started to hate my employees. I started to hate my patients when I became a part of the problem. And I would blame them. But it's like, yo, it's the system, sure. But when you start opening the door to yourself, like to what you want to do as a clinician, and we know in our hearts we're doing this crap wrong right now with the current healthcare model, then we got to do something else. I mean, shoot, I learned that just being a manager, right? If we're doing something and you rinse and repeat and the team's is not working, we switch, we alter our plan. Why not think the same for how we approach medicines? Why not address the continuously growing 275,000 people that die each year because of mismanaged medications? Why not address the $600 billion, so $530 billion we waste because of medications that are suboptimal every year? Why not reduce the 750 seniors that are hospitalized every day because of a medicine? I don't think this is rocket science. I don't think this takes like a new, like revolution when we have evidence-based protocols that tell us how to do it, and it's being done actively throughout the world. Yet we in this country focus more on the capitalistic side and don't look at holistic ways to get people off of meds. We don't look at integrative medicine. We're not using functional medicine. We're not using mindfulness and behavioral therapies. We're not looking at alternative ways to really help people change lifestyle. We're not utilizing motivational interviewing. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Like, what's the risk, really? What is the risk that you will incur for doing what you know is ethically right for your patient and ethically right for you as a clinician? Emotionally, it may take a little bit of your time. It may take a little bit of your energy, a little extra work. But that patient's never going to forget you. That loved one's never going to forget you. If that intervention was as life-saving as it is, that's going to be a patient for life. That's going to be a client for life. That is what spells opportunity in the world of business. And our seniors are only getting older with less and less people to take care of them. So not taking action to deprescribe, not taking this action to invest in yourself, to trust in yourself, to really feel the same joy that I feel what I do every damn day. I feel joy every day. And I'm not bragging. I want y'all to have the same joy from someone who has been in the trenches, from pharmacy manager to HIV pharmacist to specialty pharmacy manager on site to back to another 24/7 pharmacist store. I've seen it. I've done it. I've hit the metrics. I've been a part of the problem. I hated my life. I still hate my life. Well, I don't hate my life now, but I hated my life then. And the joy only came back because I decided to pay myself a favor for a change and do what I felt was ethically right. Okay. What do you really lose financially in this space? Just to advocate and to believe in yourself, to trust in yourself, to take this leap, to shift your mindset, it's going to take some time and energy. Of course it will. But my job is to make it as easy possible for you if you have a passion for advocating, again, for our seniors. So this blame game, again, whether we want to call it polypharmacy, prescribing cascades, duplicate therapies, when you want to call it lack of whatever boogeyman we're going to make it, what are you doing about it? And how are you going to monetize that? I'll wait. I'm waiting. Because I love getting off the phone and rolling out a new pilot with a nurse provider who's like, we need more deprescribing advocates. I love getting off the phone and having caregiving magazines say, yo, we need to do this. I love seeing future-facing senior care businesses in the geriatric care manager space who have only met one pharmacist in 20, 30 years of their whole senior care careers. One who talks about this. So y'all may not have caught on now, but you damn sure are going to be catching on next year. And you're going to see this is a movement. And if you want to stay stuck in this analysis paralysis, golden handcuffs, insert whatever metaphor you want, that's on you. But my goal is to show you that it is possible and it is fun. It is fun. I love what I do. And I want you to love what you do too. All right. So the blame game, we got to stop it. There's a hidden cost of just sitting still and doing nothing. There's a hidden cost of sitting still and letting fear dictate how you best serve people. And it's your joy. You're losing your joy. You're losing your happiness. The finances, the money, the revenue, the profit, it comes when you serve and show up in alignment with what you're supposed to do. Guarantee it. So don't fall victim to those limiting beliefs, to those, oh, my job says this, so I shouldn't. Then get a new job and make your own job your retirement plan. Make your job, your own job, your retirement plan. Stop relying on someone else's 401k. It's going to come. But take the leap and trust yourself. And I don't even care if it's through deprescribing. I want you to do it, period, for you. Like, do whatever you want to do. Make it your own. And make it align with what you want to do in life. Make it serve a higher purpose, serve others. That's the whole goal of this. It's the whole goal. So the blame game has got to stop. We do it in clinical medicine all the time. You know, there's always a joke about, you know, SICU and oncologists and how no one knows anything about each other's space. I get it. The tropes are there. But truthfully, there are way too many seniors that need my help, and I ain't got the time. I need more of us who care as really an alliance, as an army of deprescribers to make this the mainstay. Okay? I can only do so much, but truthfully, we all can do this together. So that's why I don't believe in the titles and the egos. I believe in strategic partnerships, and I believe in ethically abiding by what we are supposed to do in our own professions. So, had it come today with the fire, because I'm a little fired up. It's a beautiful day. I'm passionate about this, and I want you to get your passion back. And whether it be through the Deprescribing Accelerator, perfect. We are here to help support you. This 3-month program, again, is tailored to senior-facing clinicians who are looking to roll out a new service, but to show up in a new light for our seniors and monetize and leverage deprescribing sustainably. With the help of your lovely pharmacist, yours truly, Dr. DeLon Canterbury. So We start September 23rd. The week of September 23rd is when we will roll out. The deadline to apply for our cohort is September 16th. So 2 weeks from today, we'll be going through applications for the next week and a half or so for our qualified candidates. Seats are actually filling up pretty quickly. So we got like 3 seats left for our class. So I encourage you to apply if it's still on your radar, or if you've been stalking me in silence, take the move, at least set up a next step suitability call and see if this is the best decision for you. And we'll go from there. But I want to thank you all for checking out our red pill versus blue pill series. Frankly, the movement has just begun. The deprescribing movement has just begun. There's so much more in the works on how we can make this scalable worldwide. In fact, the very first International Deprescribing Conference is taking place next week. I won't be able to make it, unfortunately. It'll be in Denmark, but I'm excited for it. And hopefully I'll catch a couple virtual videos. But frankly, next week I'll be speaking on the value of deprescribing at the Healthcare Advocates Summit. So that is why I won't be able to make the very first ever international conference on deprescribing. I absolutely would have made it, but check them out. It is based in Denmark if you're interested and passionate as much as I am. But more importantly, ask me your questions. Let me know how you feel. Choose the red pill. Do not stay stuck in this matrix we called healthcare. Do not let more seniors fall victim to clinical inertia, BS, politics, insurance nonsense. We got to break through from this. And it's the only way I see we can change this system. And it's together. It's together and it's with passion. All right. I'm Dr. DeLon Canterbury, founder of Geriatrics, founder of the Deprescribing Accelerator. Apply while you can, while seats last. We start the week of September 23rd. And I hope to help you grow and see how this can bring that joy back for what we did in the very beginning. You guys take care. Have a great week.